Okay, so if no one is justified by observing the law, how could the Old Testament people be saved? So they were saved because you said Christ wasn't there, and you said by what?
But they were obeying the law at the time. They didn't have Christ, so that made them justified by, righteousness.
So they had to, was it Moses?
I use Abraham when they started talking because it was them. When Abraham said God counted him righteous, and we were talking in scripture saying about we were talking the service about righteousness. He was saying that righteousness had to be confirmed. So we was like, I couldn't come up with a concept. They were saying you believe and you were saved, and I was saying, well, there's no name on that, why which man may be saved. But they came up with
that it was your
they saying faith in God.
in God. That they were observing their law because at that time they were observing the law because of their faith in God, and it was their faith that would save them.
Okay.
Which I believe is the same as today. It's your faith. It's not, you're not justified by your works or anything else. It's your faith in God and that His Son was raised from the dead. It's still faith, regardless of whether you're talking about the Old Testament or the New Testament.
Okay, but what did they believe in is what I'm looking for. What did they had to believe in something. You have to have faith in something.
They believed in God and they followed the law that like with Moses, He gave them the 10 Commandments and they followed that.
They followed Moses. Right, come on, what you got? What y'all have? Moses.
I said through Moses, and then I was like they acted on their faith and the righteousness and obedience to God.
Right, Jasmine and Poncho?
Basically the same thing, that they obeyed the law because Christ hadn't come to redeem them from the curse of the law.
Sorry.
Just they are being sacrifices.
What y'all have? So, if Jesus had not died and rose again yet, how would we be saved? How is salvation possible? And all we was left is what Moses and them had.
Because we're not Jewish. By blood. We wouldn't have made it.
We got worse.
But Gentiles could only go to heaven because of Jesus. If Jesus never came, we'd be beyond
grace.
So you see that? If Jesus never came, never died, how would we be saved?
Because really, I mean, if you want to be technical, it's like God was tired of already their sacrifices.
Right. Could we make it off of the then law to now?
No.
And let me tell you why. Watch this. The law wouldn't even allow you to keep the law. The law wouldn't allow you to keep the law. The law wouldn't allow you to sacrifice animals. It would be against the law
Be sure.
to do that. So the law will come against itself. When you think about it, we will be done. We wouldn't even it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We'd be partying, drinking, smoking, doing whatever. It's a wrap. We'd be just going to hell. On our way there. Wow. Somebody said I'd rather be there. Who said that? Oh, I thought Reggie said okay, number 10. I thought you said you better be smoking the jack. Number 10. If no one is, okay, we done with that. Number 11, explain verse 20. What do you feel Paul means and how does it applies to you? Reggie, read verse 20 and explain it. Uh-huh.
2:20.
I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me.
Okay. What does it mean?
I read it.
All right, team.
That he died with Christ Christ, he denied himself so God can live in him. He lives by faith because God did the same thing for him first.
What? Yeah, what, number 20, what?
Okay, after the, verse, I said, I feel Paul is saying, I feel Paul is saying, once that Christ died on the cross, freeing him from sin, Paul also died to himself and the things surrounding him from his previous life that were of the world, that his new life in the body of Christ, because of God's love shown on the cross, is an agreement with his belief in Christ as his Savior and Redeemer from the world of sin. For me, I think 2 Corinthians 5 is saying, therefore, if any man be in Christ is a new creature, old things are passed away, and behold, all things have become new. That Christ's love compels us, because Christ died for me, I should then die to my old lifestyle. So now, operating in the newness of life, I won't just live for myself, but as an instrument or vessel for the one who died for me. That is by faith only that I have been saved.
All right, what y'all got?
I'm saying that Paul means that he's dead and he has no longer his own will, but the will of the Lord. It's probably being like Paul.
You talking about I'm crucified with Christ?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be crucified with him?
To be crucified with Christ,
Mm-hmm.
to die to your flesh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm good, number
No.
20.
To die to your flesh. And it says this applies to us because, like Paul, we too must die and give up our will for his will.
Why is it so hard for us to do?
They want to live.
That's real
They
good.
want our own will. It's what we want.
Why is it so hard to do? Mom.
This is what he said.
No.
What was the question?
Why is it so hard to crucify yourself?
Sin feels good.
Huh?
Sin feels good.
It does, don't it? And hell is hot. Yeah. But the key is do you know how much time we spend feeding our flesh and not our spirit man? And that's really the battle. And there's nothing wrong with battling. The warfare is normal. The warfare is normal. But what the problem is, and I don't know, when I came here today, even for me, I don't know about whoever else in here, but and when we end, we're going to close with a prayer for this. But somebody's mind, along with mine, is just constantly under attack to the point that you don't even begin. You can sit and look at a person and think they're normal, but in their mind, they constantly just keep negative thoughts that just bop, 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 one after another. They kill it, they just come back, just negative thoughts, and have a problem of just relaxing your mind from negative thoughts. And just asking God, and you're constantly asking God. It's like you hold on, and it's almost as if you have to forget, stop thinking. It's almost you have to try to stop thinking to even stop these negative thoughts. And they constantly come. The enemy is constantly at your mind, constantly telling you, making you fear certain things. It's constantly making you fear things. And God said to pray for our minds. Because when you're in the apostolic ministry, your mind is constantly under attack. It's in constant warfare all the time. It's just like it's something here. That's why we got to remember to put on our armor. We keep forgetting to do that. And it's so important. We have to ask God, cover my head, cover my mind, cover my thoughts, because this thing is deep. Because every time I turn around, the enemy is right. I can be in the midst of even God on purpose to line myself up to pray. And here comes the enemy coming to even steal and apprehend. It's like a hijacker. The minute I set my dial, and I'm purpose, Lord, to do this thing, and here come the enemy sitting right there. To just take it, to take my thoughts, to take my prayer, to take everything that I